it. This was a beef I had with her. I wanted to dress the housewives. I really wanted to, because I had a ton of great clothes in my store in Florida, and I wanted to dress them because that's big money for us. When they see us wearing those clothes, so people see them wearing the clothes, on the show. I mean, those clothes are going to sell. And she goes, I don't want anybody to wear anything until I wear it. That was her big thing. I was like, wow, okay. Well, I mean, I just felt like there's so many things that were not going to go down well with us after those kind of comments and those kind of things. That was not very businesslike. It's just not smart.
Right, you obviously wanted to dress the housewives because if you're dressing, Dolores, Teresa, that's going to be positive. It's going to sell clothes.
I mean, why wouldn't you want to?
And she said, what? Like, I have to wear it first.
It's my store. I want to wear the clothes first. And I'm thinking, how about I dress them from the one in Florida then?
Wow. And she didn't care who the housewife was. Like, it wasn't specific towards...
No, it was just, no.
Did you ever, to that point, like specifically Teresa, did you ever say, maybe this is a good dress for Teresa? Maybe, was there anything like that where she specifically was like, Jackie, I will kill you if you give this to Teresa?
No, I'm going to tell you this, and believe it or not, she never said a bad word about Teresa when I was there.
Really?
Because that was the year Teresa was in prison. And if she didn't discuss it with me, I didn't ask about it. I just felt like it wasn't my business. But when she did come on the show, I know that she did give her a couple of really nice jackets, leather jackets that I'd ordered. So she was nice. I mean, I feel like they got along then. I didn't really see this whole thing exploding like this. I was kind of shocked about it. I mean, I don't think she was turned to like best of friends, but she didn't say really anything bad about her. She did not.
Never.
To me, never, no. Never. I don't remember her saying one bad word, to be honest. And I thought back hard and long about this. Did she say ever anything about her? And nope. She just didn't talk about her. Because, she was kind of the limelight then. Because she was, Teresa was in prison and she was the one that they were filming and talking about and what she was doing. And so she just kind of rode the wave, I think. I don't know. She didn't talk about Teresa, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm shocked she never said anything bad about her.
She didn't. Nope.
But maybe to your point, it's because Teresa was in prison and this was like,
bad about it.
It's almost like the only thing worse sometimes than saying something bad about someone is not to say anything at all. Like, let's just not even mention this
She
word.
didn't even mention it. Never. And I didn't feel it was because I didn't know Teresa and I wasn't getting involved. I wasn't there to be, a nosy body, but it just, I don't know. It's kind of wondered why she never did. I don't know.
You never wanted to say, hey, your sister-in-law's in prison. Let's talk.
I did say, what do you think about that? And she goes, oh, Jack, it's a long story. I did say something about it one time, I think. And she said she would kind of cross her eyes sometimes like that. But she never got into any detail. She didn't talk gossipy about her. She did not say anything.
Wow.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Maybe it is like you said, like because she was away and she didn't
I think so. It wasn't, something that was on her mind immediately, like, I'm going to trash her or whatever. Melissa didn't talk about anybody, really. Melissa's about herself, when I tell you. She's about getting the job done and where she wants to be and how yeah.
Did she, to that point, say things to you like, Jackie, let me tell you, I'm going to take over the world, like things like that? Like, like I'm going to be the number one housewife. Teresa's gone, like anything like that?
No. She never said that, but you can tell that she works it to her advantage. Definitely she does. I'm trying to think back that, Susie could tell you more. My partner that was my assistant. She's my assistant now, has been for 10 years.
And she was there too.
Yeah, through the whole thing. And she has some funny things to say.
We could do a follow-up with her too.
Yeah.
What about, so we saw you on season 7. This was the storyline. She was opening Envy. We saw you there. You had the opening party. You paid your own money. They flew you up. They made you sign this new contract that said, everything has to go to arbitration. So before you flew up and signed this, like what happened? So season 8 opens with this storyline, which we'll get into the lawsuit now, where, you stole your own clothes that you owned and you removed it all in the middle of the night. So what happened between season 7 and season 8 with you and Melissa that what was the final falling out that kind of led to this?
Okay. I was done with it. My husband said she wanted to pay the bills. Okay. And Susie can tell you this much better than I can because she was in charge of my.
We'll ask
and
her too.
So she said, my husband said, yeah, okay, whatever. You're on your own now. No. I'm like, no, let's not do that. That's a bad idea. She goes, no, because she thinks that I'm always stealing from the store. She thinks that, like, I use that store money for my personal money. But I'm like, what's the difference? But I never did use the store funds. I always use separate credit cards and stuff. So there was just the business end of it, you know. I didn't pay for flying back and forth from those funds, nothing. Not the buying trips, nothing, okay? So, you know, there's nothing she say. We have an accountant who gives us the same statement. Each of us get a statement at the end of the week. I mean, they just don't maybe read it or understand it. I don't know. But yeah.
You're like, nothing could be stolen. You're saying it. And right, if it's, you guys own it, it's, well, technically a buying trip could almost be argued like you should put it on that.
Of course it should be. And my expenses should be because I'm going back and forth. And I run the store. So she would say, you know, like, let's see. So what ended it really was that my husband said, I'm done with it. We're not going to do this. I don't want them in my accounts. I don't want them messing with, you know, whatever. So I said, you know what, if you're done with it, then it just was so hard to get her to commit. She wouldn't commit to the contract. And I think my husband was just like beside himself. It was like, let's move on with this. Cause it was a long summer with her going back and forth with this. She'd be really nice and say, well, let's do it. And then she'd be like, no, I'm not going to do it. And we're like, oh man, it was agonizing. I felt like I strung my husband along here, and I don't want to be stuck in New Jersey by myself running this store, and you know, for no reason.
And it's like a total inequity of power of like, I'll let you know, I'll let you know when I let you know. I mean, that's would get old and tiring for anyone.
Right. So then she decides, like, towards the fall, I got rid of one of them. I think one of the managers left, or we got rid of him, whatever. And she said, okay, she was more willing to work with me then. And so we... she said, so we have to pay ourselves. So, and I'm like, we don't have to pay ourselves. We have to pay back my husband first. And, you know, if you're going to be the partner this way with the ownership, then we have to pay him back. And it just still went, then it went the same way again. They were like, not.
And like, did she pay herself? Did she start giving herself a salary?
Out of the, you know, the drawer, she bought a lot of stuff on the credit card. But the thing that, I'm going to tell you the worst thing that happened was.
Tell me.
We had a flood in the store. There's a flood from the above, and there's like $10,000 worth of damage to the clothes. Because it's not very big, you can't store too much there. But it ruined about $10,000 of clothes, and it takes forever for an insurance company. I don't know if you know that, to reimburse you.
Oh yeah.
Well, so after we split up our store, and the check was coming, and my husband called. Well, our lawyer called their lawyer and said, "Look, we have to deposit the check into the business account, and we're going to take it right back out." We were. So, just so you know, and my husband was nice enough to even say, we'll give Melissa 20% of it. She took the check, and we never got any of it. How that happened, I still don't know.
Okay, wait.
Yes.
Slow down.
Yes. This is a good one.
Let's back the bus up for a second, just so I understand. So, like, you're in, I mean, okay. I've been in the store in Montclair, like, because I have a friend who lives right there. It's on Main Street. So, right. So, there's a flood, which happens. The stuff comes down, ruins $10,000 worth of clothes. Mm-hmm. Fine. Yes. You put in the insurance claim. That takes literally forever to get paid back.
Yeah, it does.
So, what? So, the check. So, then you got the check? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it was coming in the mail. The lawyer said, I have the check. But you have to put it through your business account. I can't. And we still had the business account open, even though we'd
split up. It's made out to Envy.
Yeah, it came in January, mid-January, after we'd already split up in the first December. You know, in December, we split it up.
So the $10,000 it's made out to Envy from the insurance company or whatever.
So our lawyer has the check, and he sends it to us, and so we tried to cash it, and he said, they go, oh no, you have to put it through the business account. So we said, okay, it's still open at this point. We're going to put it through the business account, and we're going to take the money.
So you deposit it into the account.
Yeah, and we're going to give you 20%.
Right. So you own 20%, whatever. We're being fair. We're going to put $10,000. We're going to give $2,000 to Melissa.
So my husband puts it in there, the lawyer did, and it's gone. Gone. She took it all.
Really? So, like, the $10,000 is deposited, and then
gone. And we're waiting for
like
it. Her lawyer knows. Yeah,
3 seconds.
I was supposed to come right back out, and to us, I don't know how that happened. I still do not know how it happened. It burns me because we were nice enough to offer, even after the store was settled and done, to give her 20% of it, and they took it.
So she took the whole check, $10,000.
Yep. And that's when I just said to myself, of all the time, I knew it was the right thing to do to get